Church based out of Seattle, Washington, now suing to block Tennessee's new rules on who can perform marriages.
That law takes effect July 1st, and as we have been telling you over the past month or so, it blocks those very common online ordinations that allow friends or really whomever to celebrate those vows.
Now, the Universal Life Church Monastery is behind this lawsuit. Its complaint that Tennessee favors religions that appoint their ministers in, quote, a manner the state deems acceptable.
ULC Monetary claims that it amounts to discrimination, restricting ministers' protected free speech without justification. This lawsuit asks for an immediate restraining order to prevent the new law from being enforced.
And while it's going to be up to the court to decide that case, the same issue, well, brought dozens of people together here in Knoxville, hoping to take more immediate action and keep wedding plans on track.
WATE 6 on your side reporter Laura Halm looks at the effort in tonight's top story.
Well, as soon as this change happened, American Marriage Ministries tells me they had hundreds of calls and emails from online ordained ministers. Right here in Tennessee, they were panicking, and that's why they say they acted so fast. Long term, though, they're asking ministers to reach out to their lawmakers.
It's a joy.
For 10+ years, Beth Green has officiated weddings.
It's hard not to get emotional and a little choked up. It's like you give a little piece, it's like a little gift.
Her little gift today, getting ordained in person, because as of July 1st, if she hadn't, she wouldn't be able to officiate anymore.
What we need now is not more hatred, more anger, more excluding. We need more inclusion, and we just need to share the love.
American Marriage Ministries, or AMM, holding this pop-up in-person ordination service so that ministers can be in compliance with Tennessee law come Monday.
We've got 13,000 plus ministers in the state of Tennessee who are just completely disenfranchised.
Many ministers coming today.
It was really quick and easy.
To strengthen their credentials.
You want to respect the process. And even if you're not a religious person or a spiritual person, it's a big thing.
All of our crew was originally ordained online just as a backup in case somebody that was supposed to marry the couple got lost in traffic, forgot to show up, or they completely didn't hire somebody, all of which has happened at some of the weddings that we've done.
AMM telling me this ordination lasts a lifetime.
You're helping someone have one of the happiest days of their life.
I feel a lot better knowing that we still have the opportunity to marry somebody.
So to ministers, the words ordained in Tennessee
gives it a new meaning than what it did even yesterday.
Now, I checked with the Knox County Clerk's office from May 22nd, the day after this bill was signed into law, to June 25th. They've issued 433 marriage licenses. The clerk's office saying that's about 16.7% more than the same time period last year. Knox County Clerk's office adding there's really no evidence that this change is directly impacting the number of applications they're processing, because they tell me they see an increase in all services year after year. Guys.
All right, Laura, thank you. And you know, lawmakers have said the Tennessee Clerks Association brought up this issue because clerks believe too many people were getting ordained online, and there was a chance the licenses would not be valid.
Now, one of the law's sponsors told us previously that the aim was to allow local and state officials, both current and former, to perform marriages. It is worth pointing out, by the way, that in 2015, the Attorney General's office issued an opinion stating that ordinations done through the Universal Life Church were not valid.